Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, good lord. So, audio levels. Let's start with those. Am I audible over the music? Because music is kind of loud, I feel like. Looking at the levels, maybe it's more something like this. That should. How's my microphone set up, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. That should be about right. Yeah. Okay. Around minus what? Minus 16 decibels or something? Ah. Okay, hello everybody. So this game won the poll about which game to play after Celeste, beating out poor Okami for a second time, which I'm sure we'll get to eventually, but apparently not quite yet. Let's see. Let's put that down there, maybe. Okay, let's see. Everything's okay. Stream setup is correct. I can see the chat. The thing is recording like it's supposed to. It's not dropping a million frames, which is also nice. Okay, I think we're actually ready to go. How did it go from Hollow Knight to Celeste to this? Well, voting, basically. Voting. I'm completely blind on this. I've never played it before. I've owned it for a good long while, but it just never got, I never got around to it. Let's see if we can get it to show up on screen. There we go, yay! Ah. Wait. Oh, there. I've been eating this. A while back, we found this, frozen pizza thing, which is a cheeseburger pizza. And it is the most cursed thing I have ever eaten in my life, because it tastes almost, but not quite, like a McDonald's cheeseburger. Like, it's really close, but it also kind of tastes like not that, and it's weird, and it's the most cursed, awful, disgusting thing I've ever eaten, and I can't stop. I cannot stop. Anyway, visual novels, not really a type of game I've played a lot of. I know some of them are really, like, in-depth and extensive with tons of, like, stat systems and stuff like that. I don't know if that applies to Dream Daddy especially. But oh my word, this is an aesthetic, isn't it? Okay, I'm not gonna make the snoring noises, because that's disgusting. Dad! Dad, wake up! Oh, I think pretend to be dead is me. Amanda shakes me. Oh, I should probably read that out, shouldn't I? Come on, Dad. This thing hasn't worked since I was 6. Sorry, Amanda. This is the end for me. Dad, I swear to God. Amanda, I bequeath to you all of my earthly possessions. Spread my ashes over my recliner. Okay, well, your corpse better get into the moving van because it's leaving soon. I finally open my eyes and sit up. I'm lying in the middle of the living room, spooning a moving box. I yawn and stretch. Morning, Manda Panda. Dad breath. Go brush your teeth.
Build that dad.
Indeed. Alright, well. There's a range of options, that's nice. Well, the glasses are probably gonna be mandatory. Oh, hello, thanks for the tip. Let me see, is there a message with that? Let me see if I can see. I use ad block, so please accept this small token of my appreciation. Oh, thank you. Very kind of you. Let's see, obviously I have a beard, and it's certainly not blonde. I don't know, am I building this based on me, or am I just gonna make something interesting? I mean, all of these seem kind of unattainable for me. Let's see, what can you do? I like that there's a variety of noses. Like, noses are a way underrated feature of character design that not enough artists and designers use properly. There's so much personality you can get out of one. Okay, which one looks the most incredibly tired? That one, kinda. Maybe that one? No. That one works. That's a good option. I like that option's there. Ha! I am tempted. Just to make Son Goku. Let's see, can we do that? Do they have Dragon Ball eyes as well? Yes! Guess that's the closest to Dragon Ball eyebrows. Gotta give him an anime nose, though. Something Toriyama-ish. Because that sure ain't it. I guess that's the closest thing. Oh, that amuses me a lot more than it should. Tell me we can get his gi as well. No? Aw. Oh, Danny Sexbang, hello. Responsible adult Son Goku. Oh, that's not a thing that actually happens. I'm sort of torn between making something that sort of kind of looks like me and making something that absolutely does not. Oh, well, let's figure it out. Let's see. Guess that's the closest to... That's the closest to... Yeah. And the thing is, I am going bald. Like, Curse of Genetics, but I'm not actually bald. Yet. I'm getting there. Pity when none of the hairstyles in the game actually fit you. I guess that's sort of... No, not even, because I don't even really have those high temples. I do not have piercings. Although I'd probably look pretty cool with them. I mean, it's not like I usually run around in suits or anything. I like that there's a variety of body types, but they could do a bit more. Like, because there's a space between this and that. Like, there are body types that lie betwixt these. Albeit I'm closer to that one. It's like, you've got extremely thin, and then you got, like, athletic thin, and then you have big. It's just like, maybe there's, like, more... Oh, that's skin color. Well, yeah. I guess this works.
Name that dad.
Meh. Let's just go with that.
Be that dad.
Be that dad. Laserdisc is clearly the superior digital video format. Ah! Oh boy. That is some 90s dad. Did you fall asleep packing? I got most of it done, I think. Searching around the room, it looks like I did a pretty good job. Every box is sealed except for one. Wait, straggler! What's in it? Looking in the box, I see a bunch of old photos and little photo albums. Whoa, I haven't seen these in years. I pull out one of the dusty albums from the top of the pile and we begin looking through it. That's the coolest baby I've ever seen. Oh, sweet, okay. The only way your mother and I could get you to stop crying was to put the sunglasses on you. But whenever we tried to take them off, you'd start crying again. You spent the first 2 years of your life with sunglasses on. Nice! Halloween when you were maybe 4? Oh my god, that dragon costume. You can decide between being a princess or a dragon, so you went with both. Princess Dragon. Why do I remember crying in that dragon costume? You saw yourself in the mirror and realized you were afraid of dragons. Seeing yourself inside the dragon's mouth was a realization of your greatest fear, I think. Right. Yep, definitely repressed that memory. And this was you in your horse phase.
Oh, no.
Dad. I believe you named that plush horse Sir Horsington the Brave.
Oh.
I don't think that was his... Amanda lunges for the photo, but I quickly snatch it away and hold it above her head with my superior dad arms. Ha! Nice try, but this is important blackmail for me later on down the road. That does sound like a thing I'd say to a child. Go ahead and try me. I've seen pictures of you and your ska band. You can't prove that. Ouch, kid. The Scammunist Manifesto had a chance back in the day. I look off into the distance and reminisce about that rad horn section. Hey, it's Emma P.
Oh.
No, Dad, that's Emma R. I didn't meet Emma P until high school. Honey, I promise you wholeheartedly that I will never stop mixing those two up. Dad, Emma R has been my best friend since I was 7. Give it, like, a little bit of effort. Oh, right. Emma P was the one who... Let's go with Adam. Lighter fluid, tennis ball, tennis racket, right? Dad, that was you. Oh, right. I was a wild child. I was 6 when you did it. Okay, Amanda, I wasn't aiming for the police station. It just happened that there wasn't the police station in the vicinity of where I wanted to hit a flaming tennis ball. Nice. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I remember you explaining that to the police. They didn't believe me either. Anyway, I gotta show this to Emma R. She'll get a kick out of it. The first photography award you ever won. Yeah, and he got us a $20 gift card to McFriday's.
Yeah.
And then you got food poisoning from the cheesy tostada blasts. I think you meant food poisoning, you know, with a Z. Dad. So I can't drive past McFriday's without gagging. Still proud of you, though. Amanda reaches deep down into the box and pulls out one last photo. Neither of us say a word. We stare at the photo for a long moment. I finally decide to break the silence. Okay, that's interesting. So in terms of narrative, you're given a hell of a lot of leeway to define your character, but it's like this is nicer than trying to establish it with like a drop-down menu of, oh, this happened, then that happened, then this happened. That was the thing that always like that plagued Mass Effect in the sequels. Like after Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 1, the sequels always had to have this. They had to find some way to integrate what the heck you did as a character into the new games, and they did that with a save system a little bit, but like but that aspect of sort of developing a character who has existed before the narrative of the game. Because in Mass Effect 1, I remember you basically just kind of had to choose from a drop-down menu of, oh, you were born here, and you do this thing, and so this is kind of a nice way to do it. Let's go with adoption. It's kind of a funny story. The day we brought you home, we got into a car accident. It wasn't anything big, just like a little fender bender in the parking lot, but of course I was freaking out, and the little old lady who was crashed into us was freaking out too, and I didn't know what to do. But your mother, oh man. She holds my hands and looked me directly in the eyes, the calmest I've ever seen her. She says, "It's okay. It's all gonna be okay."
Oh.
She was right, you know. I stare at the picture for longer. maybe too long. I miss her. Can't even imagine what it must be like for Amanda. She pats me on the back. Come on, Pops, we gotta finish packing. The moving van won't wait forever. You're right. Well, that's a look for a car. Amanda and I pile into the car and take one last look at the old house. So, in terms of art style, there's a couple of interesting things going on. See, because with visual novels, insofar as I've seen them, a lot of the time they will default to kind of using photo manipulated photos, for instance, for the background, because the background really isn't a part of the narrative so much. It's just a stage setting for the characters to interact in. But this game seems to take a little bit more care about how exactly to present its backgrounds. Yeah, they're simple. Like, it's basic stuff, but it works. So many memories here. Hard to believe your mother and I bought this place almost 20 years ago. Hey, remember when I shattered the front window playing catch? You always had very strong arms. Hey, remember when I shattered the other front window pretending to be a robot who breaks windows? You were a very imaginative child. Hey, remember when I broke the back window? We get it, Amanda, you break stuff. And there'll be plenty more stuff for me to break in the new place. Memories to make and stuff to break. You ready? We sit in silence for a moment. I watched my daughter grow up in this house. It'll forever hold a place in my heart, but it stings a little bit to leave it behind. I'm ready. The moving van begins to pull away, and I get the car into position to follow it. I watch our house, our old house, disappear in the rearview mirror. So what? So sell me on our cool new pad. I clear my throat and do my best cheesy announcer voice. Nestled in beautiful scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features... Let's see. Not only are there bedrooms for your sleeping pleasure, but couches and floor space where you can, yes, catch a wink. What a deal! I mean, if sleep weren't for the weak. Daughter after my own heart. You sleep more than anyone I know. I admit my faults, Pops. I keep it real. Anyway, it's also smaller than our last house. Cozier, one might argue. Good spin. I think it's great. Won't we be closer to a lot of cool stuff that we can walk to? So I don't have to waste gas? And I mean, trying to park downtown is, Amanda, you know you're gonna have to learn how to parallel park at some point, right? Not gonna happen, Pops. I think someone needs to do a 3-point turn on their attitude. I don't know how to do that either. Have you met the neighbors yet? Not yet. The neighborhood seems pretty quiet. So you won't have to chase off any rowdy teens off your lawn? You are the very teen you mock when you say that, honey. Okay, so I think we'll slow down and talk a little bit once we actually get to a point where I don't feel like we're still in the intro. I'm in my last year of high school. I'm practically dust. Yeah, you're a real... Don't you dare. Senior. Dad, I know where this is going. Citizen. I'm just gonna ignore that. But I won't forget it. So what's item number 1 on the new house agenda? Oh, first we need to forge path through the solid wall of boxes that's blocking the living room. Still have to install the washer and dryer. We need to go grocery shopping. Pops, cool your jets. You're gonna have to promise me that we're gonna take a break and explore the neighborhood. Okay. You're right. We'll get some work done and then check the area out. That's a really nice background. But yeah, again, it's... And the lovely thing about the fact that they've put a lot of work into the backgrounds to make the game sort of more bespoke is that there's a color affinity here. Like, you can like the soft pastels going on all over the place, and there's kind of a pinkish, purplish hue spread over the whole thing that gives it that nice golden hour, late in the day sunlight feeling, which is something that fits with a lot of the other aesthetic of the game. Oops, I forgot to read the text box. Yeah! And with a swift kick for Amanda, the for sale sign is no more. Nice form, Sweet Pea. I got a problem with authority! I'm so proud. Man, all that karate chopping has tuckered me out. I could really go for a sandwich. An ice cream sandwich. Sweetie, it's 10 a.m. I gotta get my hands on a nice hot cup of the old bean juice. I'm gonna be useless all day. I think we passed a coffee shop on the way here. Maybe we could check that out. Let's do it. more backgrounds to take a look at. So there is a... That's interesting. Okay. So the backgrounds that we've seen so far, to me, seemed like they were mostly done... I mean, they're all done digitally, because certainly the coloring is. But they all seem to be done with digital inking. This one, though, has a much rougher look and outline. It seems like it's more done with, like, a digital pencil. It looks kind of sketch-like. It almost looks like they didn't have time to finish it up quite. Or they decided that the sketch was good enough that they could just color over it. It's not like a deal breaker or anything, but it's weird to see that little dissonance between the quality of the backgrounds. We walk down the street to the Coffee Spoon, a cute little place on the corner. Man, this is such a convenient walking distance from our place. I mean, I guess. What's wrong? Why would I go somewhere else and drink coffee on a couch when I could just drink better coffee at home on my own couch and not have to make awkward eye contact with other people? Okay. This game seems to know something about me. At least when I'm home, some random guy isn't gonna come up and sit on the recliner next to me, and I won't feel, like, a little weird about it, because technically he's not sitting at my table, but he's very much within my personal zone. Dad. Now, what's with etiquette when you have a dirty mug? Is there a bin? Do you go set it up on the counter because you don't know where else to put it? Or do you leave it there and feel your face flush hot with shame as you consider the possibility there is in fact a bin somewhere just out of sight, and now you're that jerk who just left their mug? Dad, are you just afraid to meet new people? Yes, Amanda! Is this game like pulling Google data or something? Is that why it knows who I am? The inside of the coffee shop is incredibly warm and inviting. Vinyl records line the walls, and patrons lounge on well-worn-in couches. Some cool tunes spin on a record player next to a little stage. And again, we're back to what looks much more like digital inking for the background. And a much more finished look compared to the other one. Interesting. I'm gonna comment on every single goddamn background in the game, just so you know.
Hey.
Welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. No, God, I need to invent a voice for this guy. Let's see. Think. Because I kind of want to do Surfer Dude voice for him, just because of the tattoos and the sort of bunchy outfit. Welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. How's it going? What's with the name? Oh, it's kind of dumb.
Oh.
It gets mentioned in this poem I like, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and I suppose now it's still a good idea because, like, the business is still running? But people ask me that question all the time, and I give them the same answer every time. And now I'm standing here rambling, and I'm sure we're all getting more and more uncomfortable the more I keep talking, but man, now we're in it, and I can't stop. So what'll it be? I scan the chalkboard menu, and I'm immediately overwhelmed. I'll have a... Ice, Tegan, and Sarah. Godspeed, you black coffee. Cheyenne Dwarf. God. I can't resist that. Spicy. I don't get it. Oh, it's a pun. The N-Word is a South African rock group. They're pretty well known for their evocative imagery and hyper-stylized music videos. Their music is catchy as catchy as it is disturbing.
Oh.
I'm doing the thing again.
Hey.
But coming right up. And for you? I'll have a macchiato de Marco, please.
Oh.
Coming right up. Do you want that in small, medium, or Biggie Smalls? Medium? Wait, is Biggie Smalls big or small? I should change that, shouldn't I? Matt sets to making our drinks, and Amanda and I take a seat on one of the couches. Is this guy like a big-ass music nerd? What's his deal? Let the man make his puns. They're cooler bands than you listen to anyway. Hey! Hey! Ska was cool. Once. This couch is actually pretty comfy. Maybe not comfier than our couch, but it's alright. Good lumbar support. You sink right into it. Okay, it is comfier than our couch. Amanda nudges me. This place is right next to our house, and that guy seemed not only cool, but also just as uncomfortable with talking to other people as you are. You should totally become friends with him. I don't know. Come on! What do we say about meeting new people? I can't meet new people if I always stay inside, and also don't go outside, and also don't talk to people. That is distressingly accurate. See? We're making progress. Matt sits our drinks down at our table and I immediately burn the roof of my mouth. Good one. Hi, we're new in the neighborhood. I'm Amanda and this was my dad. Weird saying my own name, Skyen. Oh, right on. Pleased to meet you both.
Hey.
You ought to come by when my daughter's hanging around the shop. You two might get along. Yeah, I'm sure we'll maybe come in from time to time. Amanda kicks my leg from under the table. I'm sure we'll be in here, a lot.
Hey.
You know what? Let me get you guys' opinion on something. Matt goes into the back and comes out with a fresh plate of something that smells amazing. We're working on a new banana bread recipe, and I need help coming up with a name for it. Well, I think we're gonna have to taste test it first so we can get the full flavor profile of, you know, and really appreciate the flavor sensations of, Amanda nods vigorously. She knows this game. Yeah, we need to give that nana bread a taste if you want us doing free creative labor. I think that would be commensurate with, I've taught her well. We have trained for this day. Yeah, fuck no, never do work for exposure. Never do it for free. I was just gonna give you guys free banana bread anyway. Right, yes, that. Matt serves us each a piece. Amanda and I happily chow down. This is amazing.
Hey.
Thanks. The secret ingredient is bananas. So, any ideas? I'm stumped. Well, I think I might only be able to give you the dad band puns, but I'll give you a shot. Banana bread Kennedys. God damn it. Grateful banana bread. God. Right said for fuck's sake. Why do I know all those bands? Like, Right Said Fred, but now it's about banana bread. I think the youngsters would like it, despite not getting it.
Huh?
That actually has a nice ring to it. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, Right Said Banana Bread. Strong decisions. That's art, baby!
Hey, yeah.
I wanted to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I said it, I realized it just doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth, and maybe I should leave saying baby to the professionals.
Hey. Oh.
Enjoy your coffee. Thanks, baby. See? It sounds good when you say it. Hang on. Flirt. Okay. Across the way, a man catches my eye. He sits by himself, brooding over a cup of coffee. Our eyes meet just for a moment. I hastily look away, hoping he didn't catch me staring. Who is that? We finish up our drinks and head out.
Oh.
Thanks for stopping in. Take care. Okay, now that I'm full of caffeine, where to? Okay, good lord. I need to remember that that's the voice I've given him. Because the thing that's inevitably going to happen is like a week from now, we're going to do the stream again, and I'm going to forget every single goddamn voice I do for them. Okay. Still in the introduction phase, I would imagine that there's a sequence introducing us to each of the characters. Like, I would imagine there's, like, we go to one place and there's one dad there, and they go to another place and there's another dad there, and we go to another place and there's another dad there, and then eventually we start having options about where we want to go, rather than just dialogue options. So how's everybody doing in chat? Are you having fun? I'm having fun. And I need to get my... Hang on. Okay, there we go. Ah! I needed to open up the window. Ah, and also take a bite of the cheeseburger pizza, which is awful, but I can't stop eating it. Anyway, I would presumably take this as an immediate opportunity to get back home and get inside and get away from new people. I have a lot on my plate now. Did you know moving is one of the biggest sources of stress for adults? Is it right behind that constant fear that you smell bad and everyone's too polite to tell you? God, don't come for me like that, lady. Probably. Do I smell bad? Amanda gives me a whiff. You're fine, Pops. Let's go home. Yeah, again, see? You've got this purpley pink hue overlaying the entire scene, which gives it that nice continuity of aesthetic. And I'm really curious to see, like, whether the various locations in the game have a color coding to them. Because, like, the coffee shops seem to have a somewhat different color palette than home does. So I'm curious to see if that's a thing. Because that's a really good way when you're dealing with, like, static images like this to create a sense of place, is to give each place a color profile and kind of stick to that. Let's see. I get to work on packing the various boxes around the living room. A couple of hours pass and I get some good work done. The washer-dryer unit is both washing and drying, and we can actually walk through the living room without tripping over boxes. First visitor already? I'll walk over to the door and open it. Hello! Oh, I mistrust him immediately. A handsome, clean-cut man stands at my door, brandishing a plate of cookies. Hello?
Wow.
Oh, where are my manners? My name. Okay, let's give him. I'm tempted to give him a Ned Flanders voice. Hello, neighbor. Hodel diddly. Hobble diddly, diddly bo. What kind of voice would that guy have? Because it seems like maybe he'd have like a mid-Atlantic voice, like someone who reads The New Yorker. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Joseph. I'm your next door neighbor. Oh, yeah, hi, I'm Skyen? That's what my name is. Oh. I saw the moving van. I thought I'd bring over some cookies. My daughter, Christy, wanted me to let you know that she baked them herself. Joseph leans in and whispers, but between you and me, she just sprinkled in the chocolate chips. We both share a laugh. Kids, right? Oh. Wow, cookies, huh? So nice to meet you. Joseph hands her the plate of cookies with a smile. Well, thanks for the cookies. Amanda disappears with the cookies. Amanda, come back. Ugh, and she's gone. That's my daughter. Her name is Amanda. She's a charmer. Oh. Daughters are tough. Sons are also tough. Children in general are just tough. I hear that. I mean, there'd have to be something wrong with you to try and raise more than two. I have 4 kids. What have you done? Oh, I meant... Don't worry, you didn't mean to be rude. Oh, no. This is the first neighbor I've met in my social life is already in a tailspin. I wonder if it's too late to move again. Yeah, okay. Is the missus around? No, not anymore. She died. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. No, it's all right. Wow, this is uncomfortable. We stand there quiet for a moment, acutely aware of how awkward we both made things. I'm sorry, can you close the door real quick? I look at Joseph quizzically, but comply. This is when I get murdered, isn't it? After a second, I hear a knock on the door. Opening it, I see Joseph standing there with a huge smile. Hi, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promise not to talk about your dead spouse this time. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of the neighbors in the community. What do you say, pal? That sounds great. My daughter, Amanda, and I would love to stop by. Also, 4 kids is a perfectly normal amount of children to have. We shake hands to seal the deal. Well, neighbor, I'll see you at 3 p.m. sharp on Saturday. Sure thing, neighbor. Joseph starts walking away, but stops to think for a second and turns around. Hi, in all seriousness, raising a kid all on your own can't be easy. If you ever need to talk about stuff, I'm the youth minister at the church down the street. Oh, of course you are! Of course you are! I should have known that the moment I saw you! Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth. Wink. Well, you look pretty young to me, but suit yourself. And with that, Joseph's gone. You seem nice. Amanda walks back into the living room, crumbs on her face and a cookie in her hand. That was the smoothest recover I've ever seen. I should be taking notes. Yeah. See? You're already fitting in great. Where did those cookies go? They're gone. I'm sorry. Yes. If it makes you feel any better, they weren't very good. So you ate all of them anyway? I guess that makes it break time. Any ideas? Fresh air? I'm not eager to touch back in with Mr. Youth Minister over there. I get a bad vibe from him. By the way, Joseph, I happen to know this. Joseph was written by Jarrett Rosen, who's one of the skins writers at League of Legends at Riot Games, and someone I talk to every once in a while on Twitter. So part of the reason why I have a really bad feeling about Joseph is specifically because Jarrett wrote him, and Jared is a little bit of a monster. Like he's a little bit of a monster. He's kind of a demon in human's clothing. He's a devil that walks around convincingly in person skin. And usually, you can count on something dark and nasty lurking in the background of characters that he writes. Let's hit the park down the road. I saw a ton of dogs there when we drove past. Okay, will you help me steal a dog? For the last time, I can't fit a dog into the pockets of my cargo shorts. Okay, I resent the implication that I would wear cargo shorts. It's physically impossible. You're breaking my heart, Pops. Amanda and I begin a stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. Kids are playing in the street, the flowers are in bloom, the faint smell of a nearby barbecue drifts through the air. And again, we are back to what looks a lot more like a sketched out set of backgrounds. Like this looks like it was done more with a pencil tool than with ink. It retains the color temperature and the general aesthetic of the house though, which is interesting. Interesting. Telephone poles, by the way. Poles like these, part of the reason why you'll often see them in city scenes is because they give such a beautiful sense of depth. Like, if you really want to get a sense of depth into an image, these things are excellent for it. Because, like, just the structures of the buildings kind of doesn't always really do the trick, but the telephone poles, really good way to do it. These are the cleanest streets I've ever seen in my life. There don't even seem to be flagstones. This place is nice. Too nice. I don't trust it. Good eye, honey. You can never be too careful. See that baby in the stroller over there? Government operative. We're on to you, baby. We walk for a while and eventually end up at a small park. Toddlers chase each other through the playground, and dogs of all shapes and sizes romp through the grass. It's pretty crowded, but Amanda spots a nice empty bench. We start to make our way over to it when... Heads up! Ow! A frisbee suddenly hits me in the face. That sounds like a thing that would happen to me. A corgi with a neat plait handkerchief tied around its neck bounds up to me, wagging its tail. He runs around in a circle and nudges my leg with his nose. Oh god, this is the cutest dog! Impart upon me your wisdom, tiny dog. How did you know? Barf! My god, this dog knows more than he lets on. You definitely could have caught that. A guy in a Hawaiian shirt jogs over to us and takes the frisbee from me. Okay, big boy. Let's see. What the hell kind of voice does this guy have? Intended to give him a Canadian voice, eh? Just because? No, you could do a bit of a Scottish because he's a redhead. Unfortunately, my Scottish accent is terrible. What else we got? I could give him the worst Danish accent you have ever heard in your life. No, that would be terrible, and I would hate myself. Well, he's a big guy. He's got a lot of family in the suburbs. So I suppose something like No, not Australian. I'll never do an Australian accent. I'm sorry. I can't do that. That's because I have too much respect for the country of Australia. A Texan voice. Ah, God, I can't do Southern American. I can't do Southern American. Southern Americans, some are drawlies, a little bit dragged out and stuff. No, but this guy's got family. Okay, I think I've got one. You know, frisbees are traditionally caught with your hands, not your face. Well, you're traditionally not supposed to catch it with your throw it at people's heads, but I'm fine, thanks. I'm just messing with you. I'm Brian, by the way. I'm Sky, and this is my daughter, Amanda. I look over at Amanda only to find her sitting on the ground, rubbing the dog's tummy. Good girl. Hi. Your dog's cool. Ah, old Maxwell sure loves the attention. It's great to see another father and daughter out here on such a sunny day. Where's yours? Brian gestures over to a grassy knoll where a young girl sits with a rifle aiming it at the head of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy. She was the second shooter. What's my phone doing? Oh, hello. Anyway, she's reading a book bigger than her head. She puts it down and heads over to us. This is Daisy. She's reading The Brothers Karamazov. Her teacher tells me that she has the reading comprehension of a high schooler. How old is she? 10. She's a precocious little youngster. Whoa. My natural dad instinct kicks in. I must brag about my child's accomplishments. Oh no, it's happening! Go on, Daisy, tell them about yourself. That's my girl! Amanda, get in there! Okay. What the hell is going on? I mean, traditionally I would just flee. Fumbling through your phone's browser, you managed to pull up a photo of Amanda winning her 10th grade spelling bee. Wow, congratulations, Amanda. Daisy's getting prepped for her annual spelling bee right now. Hopefully, this will be her 3rd win in a row. Yikes! You lose 5 HP. Ha! Daisy just started a weekly chess club at her elementary school computer lab. She's the president, too, of course. Dang, my high school club doesn't have a chess club or a computer lab. And there's no way to go back once you've decided, nah, okay. You unfurl your wallet to reveal a tiny copy of a drawing of a cornucopia Amanda did in the 1st grade. Cute! It isn't very impressive, but Amanda genuinely appreciates you holding on to it. Brian loses 10 HP, you regain 20. Ha! Daisy sold enough candy bars this year to get the top prize, a canoe! We're taking it out next weekend? How's that even possible? Amanda could barely get one of those sticky hand things. It's extra powerful. You lose 20 health. This is so dumb. This is so funny. Can't switch daughters. Amanda is your only daughter. Amanda here just recently won a local photography award. Wow, congratulations. Daisy actually just won a statewide poetry contest. I would take it that it's probably impossible to win this. With a flourish, you produce a band-aid from your pocket, take a knee, and start to apply it to Amanda's arm. What are you doing, Dad? Being a protective parent. Anyone would agree it's an unusual gesture. You lose 10 HP. Oh, this is very funny. Did I mention Daisy said her first word at 10 months? Daddy. Amanda's was potty. Still cute, but maybe this isn't the time to bring it up. You pull a wrinkled copy of Amanda's last grade card out of your back pocket. Dad? Awesome grades. Brian loses 25 HP. You really carry that around with you everywhere? Ouch, maybe it's kind of weird. You lose 5. Daisy here has all of her adult teeth. Never had a cavity either. Amanda self-consciously pushes her lips together to hide her teeth. It's extra powerful. This is so dumb. Last week, unprompted, Amanda helped an old woman with her grocery bags. Words aren't all Daisy's good at, by the way. Her math is amazing. One time I actually called her to double-check my numbers before I made a cut for a support beam. You did that more than once, Dad. Doesn't that say more about him than it does about Daisy? Still. Boy, it's been such a treat getting to meet you two. Ah, did he have to add insult to injury by being a gracious winner? This is so incredibly dumb. So, I take it you guys are new to the neighborhood? We just moved in. Do you live around here? Yeah, we live in that cul-de-sac next down to the coffee shop. What a coincidence. That's where we live, too. Small world, yeah? Daisy and I in this little ranch-style house in the corner. I know that house. It's just like ours, but slightly bigger and better landscaped. Does this guy have to outdo me at everything? What a lovely place. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Really nice meeting you guys. You'll have to stop by at some point. Yeah, definitely. Bye. Brian and Daisy walk further into the park with Maxwell happily trotting along in tow. Okay, I need to blow my nose. This is getting annoying. I don't know why the heck I got... It's always when I start streaming, I get snot-nosed. It never fails, every single goddamn time. So, again, some lovely background work going on here. Looks sketchy as well. But, like, it's got a solid sense of place. Do you get the feeling he was trying to one-up us? Trying and succeeding. I can't believe that kid's only 10. What was I even doing at her age? I believe you had a bit of a thing for horses. Shame that didn't pan out. Could have majored in comparative horse studies. It's not too late to minor in horse creative writing.
Yeah.
Too close to the truth, Dad.
Aww.
Let us never again speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir Horsington the Brave, an epic in 7 parts by Amanda Rice. We laugh off the horse epic and walk around the park a bit more, enjoying the day. Nap. Yes, good. Nap sounds good. Ugh, this sunlight is making me real tired. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. I don't remember when I last got enough sleep ever. You slept for 14 hours. That's also accurate. Exactly. As we're walking home, I hear heavy footsteps come up behind us. Skyrim, bro!
Nice.
I turn around and I'm greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. He said bro unironically. There is one, and only one voice this man can have.
Oh.
Bro! Bro?
Oh.
Holy wow. I haven't seen Craig in forever. It's been too long, dude. Yeah, wow, you look great.
Hey.
Yeah, I cleaned up my act. I'm sorry, if you say bro unironically, you get that voice. There's no. Cleaned up his act, are you kidding me? He's ripped. Amanda, this is my friend Craig. We went to college together. We were roommates for a while, too. Amanda, dude, you probably don't remember me, but you're so big now.
Ah.
Hello, and hello, cute baby. Aw, thank you. The last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River. He picks up her tiny wrist and waves it around. River gurgles happily. Are you babysitting?
Oh.
Nah, dude, River's my kid. Man, it has been a long time. Feels like one minute we're rolling up to exams with bad hangovers, and the next we're both fathers. Where you been, man? I was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay. No kidding. Amanda and I just moved to this side of town. How's Smashley doing?
Oh, man.
I mean, Ashley. Ashley's her name. Ooh.
I don't know.
She actually still goes by Smashley, and we got divorced last year. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It's old news. We take turns caring for River and the twins. It's all copacetic. Twins? You have 3 kids? Ain't life something, bro? Right. Kickstand Craig is a father of 3. Kickstand Craig?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was my old college nickname. He got it because he did a lot of kickstands. Is that thing where you do a handstand on a keg and then drink from the keg? Right. He was very good at it. Ah, bro, I hate to be that guy, but I'm in the middle of my daily jog, and I really gotta keep up my heart rate. Brought River along for, resistance training. You jog daily? I jog yearly. Well, that's stretching the truth. On January 1st, when I promised myself that I'm gonna jog daily for the rest of the year, but I give up after 30 minutes and just walk home. Well, it's never too late to get back into it, dude. You should join me sometime. I don't know. That means no, by the way.
Dude.
Come on, it'll be fun. We could grab breakfast afterwards, catch up. We could do a bro brunch like the good old days. All right, sure, sounds great. Great, let's get that going soon. I better get moving. It's good to see you guys. Craig gives a little wave, puts his earbuds back in, and jogs off. I can't believe Craig is ripped and has kids. I'm reeling. Why's that? The Craig I knew is not fit to be responsible for any living thing, including and especially himself. One time I watched him drink an entire jar of marinara sauce for dinner. Amanda, he opened up a new jar of marinara sauce, and then he drank it like that was a thing normal people do. It was unholy. And then I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he said, and I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro." I mean, technically, he's not wrong. He jogs. He was jogging. He's like a totally different person. Anyway, we better get home. I'll have plenty of time to reflect on how old I feel later. Yeah, that's also relatable. Amanda and I flop down on the couch. Amanda has to shove some empty boxes out of the way before she can sit. Too bad we're gonna be putting my stuff right back into these boxes in a few months. No, don't say that. Aw, Dad, it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine. I know. It's just, you're my little girl. It's gonna be weird not having you around. I'll come visit, and I'll text you every day, and I'll take lots of pictures. I mean, obviously, I'm a photography major. You promise? Of course. Are you gonna be okay by your lonesome? Oh, come on, I'll be fine. I'll get a dog or something. A dog? Forget art school, I'll stay for the dog. Is that what it's gonna take? Medium-sized dog, handkerchief around the neck, I get to name it. That's what it'll cost for me to give up on my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs. Well, a dog is a lot cheaper than college. Amanda laughs. Suddenly a pile of envelopes slides through the mail slot. Speaking of college... Amanda darts over to the envelopes and shuffles through them. She pulls one out and throws the rest back on the floor. This is from McGowan College of Art and Design. Open it! I'm scared. It's just an envelope. Yeah, it's just like my entire future. Not a big deal. She takes a deep breath and rips the letter open with her teeth. Well, you have a letter opener, but okay. I hold my breath while Amanda's eyes dart back and forth, scanning the letter. What does it say? The admissions committee has reviewed your application, blah, blah, blah. Her face drops. Regret to inform you that we're unable to offer you admission to McGowan College of Art and Design. Amanda throws the letter on the coffee table. Oh, sweetie. It's okay. I kind of saw it coming. I knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their admissions officer told me they just want to see portraits or whatever. I pull Amanda in for a big hug. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is going to want to snatch you up for sure. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? I'm fine, really. Her face says the opposite, but I probably shouldn't push her on this. Oh, and before I forget, Emma R and Emma P are sleeping over tonight. So, you need me out of the way because I'm painfully uncool? I choose more delicate phrasing, but yes. Well, I'll have you know that I conveniently have plans already for tonight, so you'll have the new place to yourself. Yeah? What are your plans? Quick, think of plans. I am secretly the mayor of this town. Fuck it, we'll go with that. Well, on the other hand, gotta attend the union meeting. Do I want to be a leftist or do I want to have power? Ooh-ha. Bossman's been riding us proles too hard. Time to rise up for our rights. Dad, you're not even gonna invite me to the riot? I'm sorry, sweetie. It's an honest day's work for an honest day's riot. I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to go out and watch the game? Nice. Which game? You know, the game. The one that's on tonight.
Dad.
The game on TV at somewhere other than here.
Oh.
Okay, cool. While you do that, I'm gonna go do drugs and commit some light arson with the Emmas. I'm concerned you're hanging out with the wrong crowd. Amanda shrugs. I would have expected you guys to be up to white-collar crime by this point. Maybe money laundering at the least. I'm a street rat, Pops. You're kidding about doing drugs and crime, right? Yes, Dad. Just making sure, just making sure. I give her a pat on the head. Have fun with your sports. Are you being sarcastic?
Ugh.
No, making fun of sports is played out. Alright then. I do some light cleaning around the house and decide to clear out right before Amanda's friends arrive. Before I leave, Amanda stops me. Hey, don't forget that you have that meeting with my English teacher tomorrow. Alright, Mr. Vega. Yep, totally remembered. I'll be there. Wow, I guess I really didn't think this plan through. I'm not entirely sure where the closest bar is, and Amanda still hasn't shown me how to use the GPS on my phone. I resent that implication. I'm perfectly capable of using a GPS on a phone. So I'm just gonna pick a direction to walk and walk in it. Let's go. This way? Cool, okay, we're marching. We're marching in the direction of the game. Game Any game, really. In the distance, could it be? A big burned-out neon sign hangs above a tiny dive bar. Jim and Kim's, huh? Alright, it'll do. Phone, would you please leave me alone for a second? Meh. Stop that. There you go. The bar is small and dimly lit. The crack of pool balls sounds in the back as patrons laugh and joke. A string of multicolored Christmas lights hover above the bartender. I can't tell if he's Jim or Kim. I pull up a seat at the bar. So let's take a look at this background. Yeah, there's something in this background that I've kind of been missing in the rest of the backgrounds, especially outside ones, and that's clutter. Like, this place looks cluttered. It looks like there's a bunch of stuff there that's just kind of standing around without much of a purpose to it. Which is something that you can do that gives a space a lot more personality. Because, like, a beautiful interior is nice, and it's fine for a background, but a beautiful interior filled with mess tells you that people live there, or spend time there. Wallaby? One beer, please. Sure thing, boss. The bartender slides me an ice-cold beer. I don't know that beer is a brand name. I sip and enjoy the flavor. Took that as an opportunity to take something for myself to drink. So, are you Jim or Kim? I'm Neil. Oh. I awkwardly turn my attention to the game, which is playing on one of the TVs on the wall. As luck would have it, my team of preference is not only playing, but is currently in the lead, which is always a good thing. The brightly colored mascot, which is some kind of animal, does some cartwheels. I silently cheer on my favorite team, hoping that I don't get into any confrontational arguments with a fan of the opposing team. Several people in this bar wearing the distinctive colors of the team I dislike, although I believe from their demeanor that, like me, the passion for their team is all in good fun.
Oh.
Well, there's a wine mom! A middle-aged woman holding a nearly empty wine glass sidles up to the bar and sits uncomfortably close to me. Hey, sailor. Oh, hello.
Ah.
Good to see fresh meat in here. I'm Mary. Come here often? No. I actually just moved to this part of town today. I'm Skyrim, by the way. Let's get her a better voice. Like, she needs, like, the completely, fucked up wine mom voice. Trouble is, I'm terrible at female voices. Are you watching the game? Something like that. Yeah, my preferred team is in the lead. If they keep this up, they'll win the game with ease.
Hey.
Oh, I love that team. And I also love that game. I love someone who knows their way around balls. Lady? I'm getting the impression that she's a little drunk. Buy a gal a drink? I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe some other time.
Come on.
Suit yourself, sailor. I don't know. I need to find some voice for her that works. Mary saunters off, setting her sights on the newest bar patron to enter. I happily watch the game over another beer. The game has gotten close in terms of points. A little too close than what I'm comfortable with. After a particularly skilled player scores a number of points for the other team, putting them in the lead, I hear an affirmative grunt from another man at the bar. Go team. It's the brooding man from the Coffee Spoon. He sits alone, sipping whiskey and watching the game as well. Enjoying the game? Let's see.
Do I want to give him like a Tom Waits voice? Something very coked out, with a lot of drugs in the system. Ow.
It's tempting, but it would hurt the hell out of my throat if he has a long dialogue scene at any point. I am now that we're winning. Something like that. Oh, we must be rooting for different teams. In my opinion, my team is far superior. I have to disagree with that. Based upon our win-loss record, I'd say my team is superior. That's where you're wrong, since as it stands right now, my team is beating yours. The conversation ends there, and we both go back to silently rooting for our respective teams. The game is close, with both sides playing their hardest to win, but in the end, my team prevails. A quiet cheers ripple throughout the bar. I raise a respectful glass at the man drinking whiskey. He raises his in response. An unspoken truce is formed between us based on mutual love for the game. We have all lost the game like 14 times, by the way. He motions to the bartender, who pours 2 glasses of whiskey. The man slides one over to me. The name's Robert. Thanks, I'm Skyen. You must be new here. Mary already hit on you? Yeah. Robert chuckles. She's a peach. Well, you picked the best bar in town. As slimy as it is, you'll never find a better spot than Jim and Kim's. Is there actually a Jim or Kim that runs this place? No, that'll be Neil. Neil waves from across the bar. Good guy, Neil. Not enough Neils in this world. Okay. You a whiskey fella or a beer fella? Beer, but I'll drink most things. You like shots? This seems like a bad idea. Thank you. Robert nods to Neil, who serves up 2 shots of whiskey. He hands one to me. Here's to your health. We take the shots. The whiskey burns going down, but I try my hardest to look tough. Wait, I think this is what making friends is. Okay, Skyen, this guy's out of my friend league, but I think if I play my cards right, we'll be pals in no time. Okay, none of these are a good idea. Like, I am not Mr. Social in the world, but none of these are a good idea. Okay, fine. I like your jacket. Thanks. Been in my family a long time. Passed down from firstborn to firstborn. Cursed, some would say. Man, this guy's mysterious. And cool. Way cooler than I am, at least. Well, that is true. Robert signals to the bartender for another round. What are you doing here tonight? Not like forever. She was having a sleepover with her friends. Family type, huh? Single dad. He gets up. Be right back. Got a pound in my nose. Never seen Robert this talkative. He must like you. I guess so. I gotta admit that Robert has a gruff charm to him. If a guy like that thinks I'm cool, then I really must be. Robert comes back from the bathroom and grabs his leather jacket. I'm gonna go home. You heading my way? Robert and I leave the bar and find ourselves walking in the same direction. I live in this cul-de-sac down the way. Does everybody live there? Me too. We just finished unpacking today. Great place to be. Good neighbors. Well, some of them. Who's that? We get to Robert's house, which is just a few houses away from mine. We stop and he turns to me. I don't kiss and tell, Skyen, so are we doing this or what? What? You know, you want to come inside or not? Well, this escalated quickly. A wave of realization rushes over me. I blush. Well, no, come on. That's a little... No, that's a very bad idea. I'd better call it a night. Catch you around? Sure. I head home, head buzzing with whiskey. What did he mean by, are we gonna do this or not? No, listen, nobody is that dumb. It was obvious what he meant. You moron! I plop down on the couch and I'm asleep before I even get the chance to take my shoes off. I wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to wake up? Work up. This is Craig, by the way. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Whoops, must have winked back out. I check my phone again. Hey, bud, still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out, but it is Craig. I do want to catch up. Yeah. Hey, my man, need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing, meet me at the gym. I stretch and my bones creak. Yep, that's accurate. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically. Hey, bro, good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm definitely not as pumped up as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left.
Oh.
You ready to kick some butt? No. Very much no. How you doing in chat, by the way? I feel like I've never really gotten a moment to stop and not do things. So I feel like we're still in the intro phase of the game somehow. which is taking a lot longer than I thought. So, hey, how you doing, chat? I want to see how you're all taking this. You enjoying the playthrough so far? Ah. Ugh, and I needed a drink. It's a lot to do with my voice. Is this really real life? I'm not sure, honestly. You're having fun. That's good. That's the point of this. Disappointed you didn't smash. Listen. I don't have to know a lot about that guy to know that that would have been a terrible idea. Why am I playing it? Because people voted on it. That's a thing you can do. Hello. Wait, hang on. I lost the thing. There we go. Now I can see it. Skyen would make a very good gay dad. Oh, hang on. This dad is at least bi. Okay. Let's go with help, because that's accurate. This is it. This is how I die. It'll be alright, dude. We'll ease you into it. Okay, that seemed to have a negative reaction with him. I have to be into fitness to get a romance with him? No fucking way! We head into the gym and I'm immediately intimidated. All of these people look like they could break me in half. And it seems like Craig is friends with all of them? Yeah, the color coding is actually being preserved here. You can see the color palette is very similar to what you get around the house. Which, it seems a little inconsistent across the backgrounds for the game, whether they have kept to a particular color palette and color aesthetic, or whether they haven't. Or maybe it's following a scheme that I haven't quite worked out yet, because the bar didn't really have that color scheme going on. Which is weird, because like the pink and purples are really well suited to like low light, sort of dark, dank environments. He high fives and finger guns all of the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Yeah, well, yeah. Come on, bud, let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So I know we're on treadmills. Yes? And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs. They might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve as a specific purpose for building body mass. A muscle mass, rather. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. Ha! What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself? That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? Praying to some sort of pain god. He's trying to make his thighs so strong that he could crush people's skulls with them. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I work out. Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. No, don't do that. How long have you been doing the buff thing? Couple of years. And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing? Oh, I coach my twin softball team. That still counts as both dadding and buffing. I get busy. What do you do for fun? Nope. What? No option for video games? This game sucks! I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. No, not even I am that uncool. I guess I check out my hot bod. I spend most of my time in front of the mirror admiring my Adonis-like figure that I've worked so hard to sculpt.
Nice.
By that I mean lay horizontal and watch bat television. We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying. I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. Oh my god, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast. And we were at that party, and you wowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick kickstand, get everyone cheering. And then I try to steal a fish from a fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
Bro.
And then you drop the fish, and it's flopping around, and you panic. So you run up to me post-kickstand with a dying dirty fish in your hand that you scooped off the ground, and you're yelling at me that we have to leave.
Hey.
So we're running out of a fresh party with a fish and trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and we get him home and get him to a bowl of water. But the prognosis was grim. And the next day, he's alive and well. They never did catch the great fish thieves at Grand Ridge U. And they never, I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts. Dude, bro, are you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. It doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later. You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call out Gym Adventure here. You sure? Yeah. All right, well, here, I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of a thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste. Yeah, I imagine so. It's a protein shake, bro. Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
Hey.
And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Dude.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe you can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. I'm gonna go put some ice on this everything. See you around? Jesus Christ. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. All of this is accurate. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and sent me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth with a capital Y standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. I don't know, have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy, you gonna help me or not? Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss them. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple of minutes searching, I head back down the stairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him peace of my mind when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker. Well, you have a mustache. What are we supposed to do about that? That seems to be a dad. Let's see. School teacher voice. Something tired, but authoritative. This might take a while. Let me see. Listen, folks. Listen. 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 Yeah, something like that. Listen, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega. Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We are not cool. You must be skying. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? I don't know. Don't know if that works. We'll find something for him. Mr. Vega leads me in and to take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this. Oh, sweet, Catcher in the Rye. All right, where were we? Now, who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin. Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise. The whole class erupts in laughter. All right, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell for the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Whoa.
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both. You know, budget cuts. Right.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please, call me Hugo. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on?
I don't know.
Amanda's never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? Should I share that with a teacher? We just moved. We just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was.
Oh.
See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. She keeps heading down this road. I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo. Anytime. On my way out, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo? Yes? Did you ever catch that rye?
Oh.
Yes. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit shocked that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Again, this background seems to be done with an inking tool, I think. So in terms of the background design, something I've kind of always felt a little bit awkward about with visual novels is that most background designs in visual novels tend not to include anything but the background. Like you've got the high school background, the lockers and the thing going on, but like there's no dirt on the floor, there's no scuff, there's no people. It's not a lot of sense of being lived in, which is something I also noticed on the streets, that they look like a nice little country town, but it doesn't really look like anyone ever lives there, which in the worst case scenario can give it a little bit of a ghost town feeling. But that's just one of my little nitpicks with visual novel aesthetics in general. Amanda must be done with her classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool, and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. Oh, do you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Maria Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. You would probably go to the food court. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Jeez, can a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I'll buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when kids get older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because that's sometimes what kids do. And that's okay. But also, sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents have always also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just, I want you to know you can talk to me about anything.
Aw.
Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California? That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the skate school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. It's probably a meme. Kids are always liking memes nowadays. Memes. Back in my day, we liked funny cat pictures. Okay. Who are you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah?
Huh?
What? No. Dad. I can't believe you would...
Aw.
Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you... Gross. Sorry, just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. Again, nice color coordination in the mall as well. Lots of that pink and purple aesthetic that dominates the rest of the game. I'm not sure the perspective is correct on that opening in the ground, though. But I'd have to take it into, like, Clip Studio to check. To be fair, that's a really goddamn difficult thing to try and draw in perspective because you don't have any guidelines that can help you. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple of different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah! Language, Missy. Heck yeah? Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and probably stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Oh my god! Oh my god! How did I get that right? Fine, okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. This is definitely not going to be a disaster at all. Can you explain memes to me? Ugh, which meme? All memes.
Aw.
Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes, shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So, the problem is, by the time that a meme gets to you, Dad, all of us youths have already done the joke to death.
Aw.
And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes them to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it and it isn't funny. Oh shit, what up?
Ugh.
Dad, please.
Oh.
At least it didn't say dat boy. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? You can get goths in stores? Holy shit, I need to go to the mall! What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. That does sound like something I'd say.
Hmm?
Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one!
Yeah.
Amanda runs into the store. Oh, my lord. But again, color affinity. You see how everything is still a little bit over in that pastel pink and purple? And I swear to God, they just put a filter over all of them, which is a sensible way to do it, really. Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline. Kinda. I'm so proud. Speech. Amanda?
All right.
Speech. 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 All right, I'll do it if you stop chanting.
Huh.
Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Oh, right. The vomit stain. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate a historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Rice had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond, god damn it! To buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you.
Huh.
Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several of the patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh, hey, chain wallets. While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in a Dead Goth and Beyond. Ironic mugs, I guess. I was suddenly stricken by existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place in the global dad ranking charts? Oh, by the way, I apparently accidentally named the daughter Anne Rice. This is going to turn out poorly the moment she starts writing vampire fiction. I have work to do. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. You want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. You leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're inspired by Victorian or they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to move the t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes.
Oh.
Hey, Datron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only the one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. It's Damien. He's here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag and it's clear the conversation is over. Okay, I must talk to the goth man. I must talk to him some more because that voice was fun to do. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. We're still not done with the intro, holy Jesus. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, cool. Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also, they're hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no! The ghost done got control over the truck! I can't steer with them on here, these damn ice roads! Let me use this AVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die! I almost got it. If you saw it, listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying you're gonna die. That's because we're gonna die, you! This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. No, too disgusting, can't do it. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast, and I spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves in one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? Yeah. If there's food, I'm excited. I'm all over those terrible store-bought Suka cookies that everybody brings to parties. Yeah, those are bad. Which means there are more for me! That does sound like me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up staying uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. My butterfly stays inside me, young lady. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. Definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going to early, just because she said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not nearly as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. Yeah, see, again, clutter. Clutter is good. The stuff hanging around, the things, little details, just stuff there that's clearly put there by people. Which always helps a space feel more lived in. Interestingly, the line weight on a lot of what's going on here is a bit heavier than the other background illustrations, especially the lanterns in the foreground. So line weight, like the thickness of the line that you use, commonly, if you want something to look like it's closer in frame, you'll use a thicker line, and if you want it to be further away, you'll use a thin line. And there are some comic styles, like Ligne Claire, which is the style that especially you'd see in something like Tintin, that use a consistent line style for everything, which gives it a very distinctive kind of architectural feel to the art. This doesn't seem to have any clear aesthetic principle by which it judges line weight, but I think it's more about making the space readable, really. Because especially when you don't know the size of the screen or the size of the window that people are going to be viewing the art in, it's probably a good idea to keep the lines readable by keeping them a relatively consistent width. Anyway, that's completely off topic. I set out our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome. I'm so glad the 2 of you are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come on over. This is Chris, my eldest. Uh-oh. Hi. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. Oh, it's the devil! It's Satan! Satan is here, and he's wearing a pink shirt. God damn it. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What's she doing here? I love that they've got the same sprite as if she's holding a wine glass, but she's not holding a wine glass. That's a good detail. That's a clever way to use the thing. Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Oh, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Skyen, and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to attend to. I need a voice for her. What the hell? Like, she seems tired, but also kind of permanently horny, but also drunk. That's Karen. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh god, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know! It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. Yeah. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Those children, though. Those children! One of them is the Antichrist, the other two are demons. I swear to God, I know you, Jarrett. I know that's how you would write it. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. I don't want to have to make friends.
Aw.
Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. They're going to talk about weather. Go, do it, make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting.
Yeah.
This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around at the party and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? Didn't I meet that guy at the bar? Yeah, you met him. Yeah, sure. We met him. Big air quotes, met him. That's all that happened. We just met him. Nothing else. Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Yeah, no, Craig. But wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. I'm tempted just to go burger time. Just because burger time. Okay, I guess we have to pick someone. I do want to do the goth voice again. I want to solidify that a little bit. I spot Joseph talking to the guy from Dead Goth and Beyond. How many times are you gonna make me say that? By the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter, it provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements with the crimson interior perfectly. Yeah. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Skyen, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his, aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day? Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating. Indeed! I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes. My daughter and I just moved in the other day. She's the one who I took to Dead Goth and Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
What?
Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back, I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would describe myself as a twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Bats are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone's so friendly and welcoming. Hey. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Oh, no. Oh, that's too good. Holy shit. Bloodmarch? Okay. All right. I guess we're not doing this half-assed. He's Damien Bloodmarch. Do I need to do a Dracula voice for him? That it would, my dear. I don't believe it had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Oh, man. Bloodmarch. Okay. 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 I'm okay. I'm fine. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to him. He's got a rose. He carries roses around. This is so good. Oh, man. Oh, oh, just a second. Just a second. Oh, this isn't that funny. It's not that funny on its own, but it's just... Oh, man. The entire game, the rest of the game has been most like we've been going to a food court, and I had a parent-teacher meeting about my teenage daughter being a little moody or whatever, and there's a thing about college, and there's the creepy youth pastor guy who lives across the street, and the competitive dad, and there's the coffee shop guy, and so far I'm like, okay, I get what kind of universe this is, I get where we are. This is just normal, and then we got Damien Bloodmarch. Who's carrying roses around, I guess. Who's carrying roses around and just hands them out to people as a way of greeting them. And I'm like, okay, this is a different game than I thought. Oh, wow. I'm not mocking it. I'm not mocking it at all. I was just taken so aback. I thought he was just gonna be a dude who liked a certain type of clothes. No, there's a little more to it than that. Oh, man, that took me off guard. I did not expect any of that. Oh, okay. He carries roses around. Okay. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. Hi, you do know how to treat a lady.
Hey.
Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey? Won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever. Yeah, this is Jarrett. God damn it, Jarrett. Guys, enough with the creepy twins shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back. Why are they all called Christ? Why did he name them all after Jesus? Why do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Oh, my voice is shot, man. Too much laughing. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might get taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't here with y'all. I don't know. I still don't have her voice. Damn. You had him a moment ago. Probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try out a few voices for her. It's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth.
Come on.
I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary.
Hey.
Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Oh, man, my voice. Of course it was VeggieTales. Can we go now? It's his son. It's his son. Of course it's his son. Lucian, have I introduced you to Skyen yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I should have known he'd turn up again. He's got a 666 tattoo. Good lord. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christianson, may I have a veggie burger? Sir. Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yup.
Oh.
Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as blood lappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yeah, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That is so cool. Want to see mine?
Oh my.
What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. God damn. Child. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian. We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of that tattoo? I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. That number carries weight. Okay, I need some water. Clearly, I need some water. I have water. I have water. Where were we? Just a sec. Hang on. Oi, all that laughing. Good lord. Man, Joseph was a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Let's see. Let's avoid Craig for the moment, in case he wants to exercise. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-upped by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys. It's Guyan. How the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood, all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Skyen, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. Met? Yeah. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trips. Spend a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one, even caught her first fish.
Oh.
It's good to see you taking out your daughter like that. I bet she loved it.
Oh.
And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Brian raises his eyebrow at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have kid. Wait, what happened last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You can see the bone popping through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. For 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. But you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to civilization. But I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you. Is he joking at me? Is he taking the piss right now? I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down the river and he lost a flip-flop. Missed that kid. Jesus Christ. Okay, good. They went so hard. They went so hard on Damien that I was a little bit, oh, they're gonna do it with him as well, aren't they? Or am I kidding? Ryan and I tense up again. I'm kidding. Phew. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck! Oh no! The ghosts locked the doors! Quick, hit the emergency escape button! But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brakes, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure to have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Oh, God. Robert? Wait a second, are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best. Especially the episode where Callum hides from his keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending Spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. God damn it, Robert. Alright, Daisy, I found a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over... Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda runs off. What a cute couple of kids. Disgustingly adorable. Ah, man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship anyway. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library, but I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. I'm starting to mix Joseph into him a little bit, which is a problem. I need to recapture the voice of Brian. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too. Oh, kids, right? Yeah, let's narrow that down a little bit more. Gotta love him. You're required to by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try and put together a little playdate for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing all about Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Yeah, a little bit. Narrow it up a little bit there on the palette. That'll do.
Oh.
Okay, if someone pops a Brassers logo on this, it all of a sudden starts to become intimidating. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Now, what the hell was his voice? I forgot what his voice was! Well, I don't think it's fair. Because it was tongue forward. I don't think it's fair to jaw forward or back. I don't think it's fair. No, because that's a lisp. Hang on. I need to remember this. This is the problem. When you do like 10 cartoon voices, you forget which one is which. Yeah, there's a baby, whatever. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of the time and place. Try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America. You're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Let's talk to Craig. I turn my attention to Craig, who seems a little more attentive to my existence. How'd resistance training go the other day? Oh. Great! Little River here's a great cheerleader. Aren't you, tiny bro? Craig grabs River's arms and waves them around. Oh. You can do it, Dad! I'm so proud of you! I'm sorry for pooping on you! She must be a handful at that age. Oh, they always are. Hey. But it's so worth it. Craig grabs River's arms again and waves them around. Oh. Also, I'm sorry for throwing up on you, Dad! Oh. How you settling in? There's still a few odds and ends to take care of before I can really call myself settled. But I think we can upgrade this situation to livable. We did livable throughout the entire college. Yeah, my goal was for Amanda to live the sort of life that didn't involve eating spoonfuls of ranch dressing as a palate cleanser between different types of pizza. She still does, though. Hey, she takes after her dad. Skyen, how you liking the neighborhood? No, it was forward. It was... Well, he's a teacher, so, yeah. How you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everyone's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter's fitting on just fine. Seems like your daughter is fitting on just fine. Yeah, that's better. Matt points across the yard where Amanda and Daisy and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. Hey. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. Hey. Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. Oh. Hey, Skyen, this is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmencita. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and, your teacher? Ah. Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. Ah. Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Dad. Damn it. Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go? Whoa. Yeah, jaw forward with him, I think. Mostly because it narrows up the... yeah. Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide. Ernest? Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Oh. Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette, then flicks it into a gutter. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Hey. Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue he needs to be a little more laid back, a little bit more... like, because Craig is the one who's all tied up, man. Duh, bro. Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Lily burned down half the yard. No. No. Wrong. Bad. I had a good voice for him. Where did it go? It vanished. It disappeared. At the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread out to my lawn and burned down half of... I had a good one. I hate when I lose cartoon voices like that. It's too many of them, I can't remember. I love that he named his kid Ernest Hemingway, though. That's... they go hard on the stereotypes in this game, but good stereotypes, funny ones. Water. That's Craig. Craig is the college bro. And I kind of want Matt to be more of a surfer bro. But duh. Like, bro, totally. They're too close to each other. I need to find a way to differentiate them better. I have no idea what's going on. And then we get Matt, who's more... Better spread onto my lawn and burn down no. Then it spread onto my lawn and burn down half my yard too. Wide. How about wide? Yeah. I need to keep voice notes. Yeah, I need to keep notes. I need to keep mouth position notes. My linguist training is finally coming in handy. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half my yard too. Is that better? No. We'll figure it out. Hugo walked back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Oh god, what a little shit. Oh man.
Oh.
Hey everybody, sorry about that, Sky. This is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter?
Oh.
Ernest? Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure we're just dying to know. What a little shit. Yeah, good for you.
Oh.
Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the falling economy. Ouch. Ernest! Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. Yeah, that's better. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? No. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? That's better. What? I'm cool as a cucumber!
Hey.
See, that right there? You can't say that.
I don't know.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be cool dads?
Oh.
I don't know.
Hey.
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we become the machine we once raged against, and accept our fate to unironically wear sockless sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18, and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda! I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest.
Oh.
Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, jaw forward with him. I think that works. It's also easier to remember. Yeah, you're right, but it would be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Sky, and go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets the patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think it was my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after the another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. Yeah, this is a very special version of dads, I think. You probably didn't know this guy, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's unbelievable.
Bro.
I try to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Oh, for God's sake!
Oh.
Let us keep studying. He's a rare... Oh my god! Oh my god! Mustn't we keep talking about this? Can't we just appreciate the... I want to punch everyone who was in the writer's room when they wrote this scene. I've never seen him make it. I've never seen him make a mistake. Ugh, for God's sake. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy.
Ah.
Please stop. Yes, for the love of God. For the love of God. Oh my God. All of the children at the party boo the glorious displays of puns in unison. All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, that was miserable. Anyway. Man, it's so wild how all us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Is it? Is it that weird that dads are homeowners? I don't think so. Kinda nice, isn't it? I feel like it's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all of the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on dad? But why is there a dad book? Why is there a thing? Why is there a thing called that? Why does that exist? Why? Okay. Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Do we not have phones? Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops, I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmen and Sita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Yeah, probably, yeah. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Oh, that was the intro. I just got the achievement, Welcome to the Neighborhood. Okay. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I'm gonna get LinkedIn notifications out of this. I just know it. You don't think it's nice that people want to connect with you? Not when their affection jams up my inbox, metaphorically speaking. Yeah, that's very me. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You'd hit them up with Dad Book. Why? Maybe I will if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. God damn it, those puns. God damn it. Okay. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for the evening? Actually, yeah. I'm going out with some friends. Oh. Is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted. And be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices.
Oh.
Of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not gonna do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that, and I never will do that. Okay. You have plans tonight? My plans were kinda to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna... see how long I can sleep for, probably. Work on some stuff. You know, dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great, see you later. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I love to be able to cook like that, although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Like just making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food of real nutritional substance. Yeah, probably. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one is about. It was just a lot of yelling. I glance at my watch, and it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Hey kiddo, you good? I wander into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon, unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond, because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only not assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exacerbating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who she was even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decide to send another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think about all of the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God it's her. Amanda opens up the door and shuffles in. Finally she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. Oh, I forgot. Damn it, I clicked past something. Sweetie, thank God you're safe.
Aw.
Yep. But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket. Oh, whoops. Guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann. Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now? Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? You weren't responding, and it was just like when your mom... I have to stop myself from tearing up. Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to... I sit down on my couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. It really scared me. Just please don't do that again.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna go to bed now. Whew. Amanda closes the door to her room and I head to mine. And again with the purple and pink color palette overlaying everything. And it's very well done. Like, and that's the thing about purple and pink, especially as a color palette, is you can use it to imply twilight as easily as you can use it to imply daylight, which is very good. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brewed some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was going to do it and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well, I also thought about it, and I'll try to give you your space from here on out. I gotta trust that you can take care of yourself. Team Rice? Team Rice. Aw, that's adorable. Amanda gives me a hug. Want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did. Bless you! Amanda scarfs down the eggs in the time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. Wait, one more thing before you go. What? What's Dadbook? It's a social media platform. Wait, what? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda, I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own. Alright, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. Alright, Pops, we've got to fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. Really? Okay. I mean, I would fall asleep, but I would never watch the History Channel. Oh, Lord. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I do wish it would give me a little more time just to read the chat, because I feel like I'm not seeing what most of you are saying. Holy shit, there's 297 people here? Good Lord. That's more people than I thought were gonna watch a visual novel playthrough. Oh no, chat, stop doing that, thank you. Probably torment the children with dad puns, yeah. If you had one thing to take on with you to a desert island, what would it be? Grill's Lost Shaker Assault, Castaway on DVD for instructional purpose. A boat, obviously. Turn-ons. All of these are not that. Crying is not a turn-on. I swear to God. Street smarts! John Mulvaney. What did you want to be when you grew up? Technical writer from manuals and instructionals. Are those the only options? Also, President of Space, obviously. What's your favorite movie genre? War documentaries, Sean Connery's entire filmography, anything on Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever will make me cry. Old comedies that have an no. I mean, I do like Blazing Saddles, but let's go with war documentaries. What's my ideal date? Napping together, 1,000-piece puzzle, healthy dinner at 4. Oh no, Jesus Christ, no. Trying to geocache, but getting hopelessly lost. Ha! Arson, being emotionally vulnerable. I guess napping? What do you never leave home without? My sick vape. Oh god, no. Sensible cardigan, a book of word jumbles, and a pen, a cool knife. My cripplingly low self-esteem. Yeah. I frequently forget my phone, keys, and wallet at home sometimes. That one's true. I spent a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can get the next cup of coffee, and lawnmower modifications. I guess potential ends of the world. See? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All of these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay. I promise I'll make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Go get him, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
You've got dads. Okay, really? Hey, Sky, it's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Manda. I'm delighted to say you've signed up for Dad Book. They recently added this exciting new messenger service, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads like myself. Take care not to miss them. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dad Book? Why, Skyan, I never. We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for your amazing and talented and easy to buy things for daughter? Although, of course, I am flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, I know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait. No. Wow. I didn't see that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Right, okay, well. I guess let's save the game for a second. Okay, we finally have a moment then. Although the game is still railroading us a little bit into making choices. Anyway, now what do we do? Hang on. God damn it. Don't do this to me now, Windows. Sorry, I need to deal with a thing. Stop it. There we go. Let's figure out just how extreme Mr. Vampire Man is. Damien Bloodmarch. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I'll do my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards. Spending time with my son. If you'd ever like to chat about the latest Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On Friday night, you're most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, it would be a coffin. What are your turn-ons pronouncing bosom correctly? What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat? Foreign art house horror for movie genres? What's your ideal date? It's night. We're at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross? I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. I like the sh for him. Like, that's kind of good. Brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. Oh, that's not a bad book. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. What did you want to be when you grew up? Movie star. Good lord, he's boring. Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. That does sound nice, though. What do you never leave home without? My glasses, actually. I forget them at home a lot. Spend a lot of time thinking about, I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Savage. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out in the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. This guy. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. I feel kind of sick. On Friday night, you're most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, it would be my 6th string. Your turn-ons, my loving wife. What do you want to be when you grow up? Ship captain, feel-good movies, a lovely town on the night on the town with my wife. You never leave home without the good book. Ugh. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think no, absolutely not, never, not even for 1 second. When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right? On Friday night, you're most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. Have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo! Gun. What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up? Grifter. Movie genre. Italian neorealism. Oh dear. Ideal date, grave robbing, what do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. I spend a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabbit animal's eyes? I like him. Hey, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking up new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. On Friday night, you're most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. Fishing pole, a keen understanding of steak cuts under turn-ons. What do you want to be when you grew up? Fireman, yeah, I can see it. Favorite movie genre, romantic comedies, ideal date, deck building. I'm guessing he doesn't mean in Magic the Gathering. I spent a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. Oh, he's a little bit insufferable. He's a little insufferable. Avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker. You can find me most days selling bean juice over at the Coffee Spoon, or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Hit me up about 80s no-wave music. Perfect my cold brew setup, 1 drip at a time, baby. Baby, you really shouldn't do that. Fine tunes to pass the day away. Turn-ons, multi-instrumentalism. What did you want to be when you grew up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles. We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat. What do you never leave home without? My headphones, both in-ear and over-ear, just in case. I spent a lot of time thinking about where did writing comments into song titles come from and where did it go? Did we all just agree that it was a bad idea? Yeah. Dad of 3, business entrepreneur, and fitness enthusiast. Juggling work, family, and fitness is a tough gig, but someone's gotta do it. On a Friday night, you're most likely to get one last good cardio session in. Yes, I get it. Box of energy bars, a sub 6-minute mile on turn-ons. Yeah, no, not happening. Beer pong world champion, buddy cup movies, scaling a huge dangerous mountain for fun. Oh boy. My mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? Just accept it. You're mortal. You're gonna die. Okay, let's talk to this nerd. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. He doesn't know how this works, does he? But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Oh boy. Skyam, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked. Oh, whoa, there's more. Oh, good lord. I like him. He's a nerd. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Amanda pops out of her room. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she's been crying. Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, totally. I'm fine. I'm cool. Oh, no. I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the past 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey.
Oh.
If there's, anything going on, I just want you to know I'm here for you. And I'll always be here for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. But I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Can you help me with something?
Ugh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your... Oh, no! Ew! Ew! No. Can you interpret this for me? Oh, Lord. That was more information than I needed. I turn the computer to Amanda... Oh, goddamn microphone. I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring back the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will you address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land.
Huh.
Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great. So what do I say to Damien?
Yeah.
I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Oh my god! Oh, I need pizza. It's so bad, and yet so good. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. And again, we're dealing with all purples, pinks, and that little purple, I think it's a light reddish filter that they put over almost everything. Maybe a little orange in there as well. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. Of course it does. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the walls. And again, Ugh, nose. I love how hard they went with this. Although they could have gone a little bit more hardcore Victorian on the interior here. I do like that there's skulls. Skulls are good. Symbols of death, did you know that? Interesting. I'm like 99% convinced that this is a character I've seen somewhere before, but I can't place him. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Again, I don't necessarily feel like this environment looks a lot like ominous shadows to me. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Skyen, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
How delightful.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Though through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room.
Oh.
You know, Skyen, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy concerning reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime, and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. But... Okay. Hang on. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Okay. He's a nerd! He's a nerd! Okay. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger.
Oh.
Ah, the pin is gambit. That a thing? No. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on the lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Of course he is. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. God damn him. Damn.
Oh.
Did you know that Victorians spend at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? I will not forgive this video game for making me read a passage from a Naruto fanfic. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It is a common misconception that the high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea, and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I do like his cape.
Oh.
It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. You pull it off quite well. Oh, thank you. Regardless of my historical leanings, it's very important to me to present myself well. It's taken me a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself, but I'm very happy with how I dress. I do get some strange looks, yes, but there's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate feels amazing. Oh, binders. Okay. That's pretty cool. You wear top hats?
Huh.
You don't? What got you so interested in goth stuff? Oh, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. I hate that I get that joke. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to experience the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and I try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals. Try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would admittedly be horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest. To be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Scott, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone to talk about the things they're interested in, passionate about, is intriguing and quite honestly rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated! Is that the best I can come up with for sophisticated? Could you not pretend that you have read a book? Okay, fine. See, this is the trouble with visual novels always, is that insofar as the writing goes, there's that line you have to walk between making a character specific enough that they seem like they have a personality, but also making them generic enough that any player can self-insert into the character. And one of the things that happens sometimes is that when a character needs to try and come up with a hobby to seem like they have a personality, they don't actually have any hobbies to come up with. Soap making videos on the internet are cool, though. Soap is an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that the people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, chat, we're not gonna save Scum. I'm sorry, we're not gonna save Scum this thing. We're gonna play through the mistakes and suffer the consequences. So this background is gorgeously done, and this is one of my favorite techniques for, like, when you're rendering a background. Something that can be really damn difficult is foliage, especially when you're doing like bright multicolored foliage. Especially when you're doing a hell of a lot of flowers and stuff like that. And the technique that's being used here is one I've seen used a lot in comic books, for example. Basically, you draw some rather scratchy outlines with black ink, and then you just smash color on top of them wherever the hell you want, and it gives you this lovely, wild, overgrown sensation. Like, and you have to be a little careful about it, how you compose the colors, but when you do it right, you can get some really nice backgrounds. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously.
Huh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings.
Huh.
Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even in the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. See, that's interesting, because the flower language thing is partly true, but it is partly also a marketing gimmick that was made up by flower salesmen. And that was a trick that was tried over and over again, many, many times, like, for different things. Like fans, people who were selling fans tried to convince their public that fans could be used to make secret communications. Like, you could have a secret conversation by way of using fans in different ways. Like, if you, how open is it? How are you placing it over your face and stuff like that? And it was a marketing gimmick. It was an idea to sell these things to young women and young men who wanted to be able to communicate in secret without alerting their guardians and what are they called? The people who escort damn it, their guardians and the people who it's not an it's Amanda used the word. God damn it, I hate when words escape me like that. But basically, to evade the sight of astrology figures. And it was done with handkerchiefs. It was done with like little hand fans. It was done with flowers. And it's largely a myth that these things were true, but they have also, like, but those kinds of symbolic languages have also existed in various places. So it's sort of, it's an interesting thing to study. That's just me as a historian rambling a little bit for you there. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off from a vine. Lilium bulbiferum. Orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Let's go with revenge.
Huh.
Oh. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Sunflowers? They remind me of sunshine. And then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. Yeah, that sounds like me. What a practical choice. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Skyn, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! God damn it!
Fix that guard.
Oh boy. Nope. Nope, but it's the right one. No? Okay. Can I not flip it upside down? Yes, I can. Okay.
Goal!
Oh, thank God. I presume that if I lost that, I'd lose a lot of points or something. I don't know. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Skyen, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but, it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go.
Oh.
Damien and I walk into the school and immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. Here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session. I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound too happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around at the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and masonry tools stashed around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what will happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Well, wait a second, Lucien. Did you try to... Cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. Cask of Amontillado. Really? This meme... It's a good Poe story, by the way. You should read it. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's Cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where the man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into his cellar with the promise of wine and a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2-week unit on the cast of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into a elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long and there's no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, it didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. Holy shit, these kids are shitty. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was again? You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. Oh, for fuck's sake. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Really? Cask of Amontillado? Okay. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again.
No. Ah.
I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see you're struggling. So if you decide that you like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. Jesus Christ. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. You and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's a silver lining.
Oh.
There is that, yes. He handled it pretty well. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. Rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition? Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The tiny house hunting brothers watch him with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you, I wanted a two-bed, two-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom.
But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad.
I'm not pooping outside, Greg! Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to... He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me?
Yeah.
Lucian livestreamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. Of course he fucking livestreamed it. God damn it. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Wait, that was a date? Okay.
That was a phenomenal date.
So I see. I like my voice for you better, though. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles. Who does word jumbles? You have an Xbox controller right there, dude. I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. Good lord, you're a dad. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters on a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons. I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
All right.
Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back.
Yeah.
Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. Nice background work again, by the way. And again, clutter is the thing that makes a space feel lived in. Which is, again, where, like, I think they could have done more with the foreground, like maybe have a chair back or something propped up here. But this is a really good way to show, again, that the space is lived in. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. Can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't...
Yes.
I got in! Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad, I know this one's really expensive and so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, whatever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside. Ooh, lovely background colors. And again, pink and purple, pink and purple, pink and purple. Yeah, that's pretty nicely done. And again, we're back to the scratchy kind of sketch-like background, which is the thing that I'm not sure if the game is doing it on purpose, like that some of the backgrounds are scratched and kind of sketchy and some of them are much more cleanly lined up and stuff like that, or if that was just a production time thing where they didn't have time to, you know. Could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rito with a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit down on a patch of grass and watch ships lazily sail through the bay. Yes. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID card. And Amanda, slow down, you're gonna choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that the students get their own studio space when they're seniors, and that we get all the professional photo editing software for free? It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I do wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match with someone who's similar major and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding, we didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about a new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Aw, they'll let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note that say you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake. Would the snake eat the rabbit, though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, right? If you really want to go to Horn, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive home to come for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it to get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Ha! Sentimental dad. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person. I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry, too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Well, that was just adorable.
Welcome. You've got dads.
So I guess this is basically the main... Sky, listen, this is you from the past. Whoa, how did this happen? I figure you're trying to reply to this because I know myself, but this is an automated message from you earlier this morning. Early this morning, when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. I forgot I did that. I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing! Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable, but unfortunately this isn't the society we live in. And it's less the society we live in, more me projecting my own anxiety about being judged onto others, but you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it is a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Be good, me. So this game knows what it wants to be from a narrative perspective. Like, it knows the notes it wants to hit, and it's hitting them with relentless accuracy. And the note is just, you know, it's emotion, it's feeling, which is something that, like, that's one of the things that visual novels do that so much of many other game genres just don't even bother trying. It's just emotion, just like sheer human relationships and relatability, which is something that AAA gaming could really stand to incorporate more. Because, like, if you want to add some actual goddamn pathos to a World War II game, Battlefront, then you need to put some human emotion in there. It can't just be a whole bunch of people screaming because of tragedy happening to them. Like, there needs to be more. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get some ice cream. Past me was a genius. You know what? I've earned a treat. On the way home, I decide to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully plan to eat direct from the tub. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out which type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road? Pistachio? Oh, Amanda's probably going to want to get some too. I better get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turn around to see Ernest leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest? You're cool, right? I'm about to go sprawl out on the couch between a liter of ice cream and basic cable package, and I have every intention of waking up in that position tomorrow morning. What do you think? Man, talking to this sucks. Could you just help me out? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So if I give you 20, will you buy me e-liquid? Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like, Gatorade, you know? Electrolyte fluids. I get it myself, but I'm banned from here for trying to run a grift on the cashier. A classic fiddle game. You know the deal. Oh, if you're talking about balanced electrolytes, then I got you, little buddy. And I didn't know you played the fiddle. Just ask the clerk for blue Cranrus Apple Vortex. He'll know what it is. Vape liquid, really? I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself and a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. I search around for some blue Crazen Voigt Starer, but I can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. Say, where's your finest e-liquid? Behind the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter is older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. I switched shampoo recently. Is that taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. Let's just make him the teenage clerk from The Simpsons. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Wait a minute. Are you just trying to butter me up to get me to buy more ice cream? Because it's working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring at me. Double wait a minute. So you're telling me that e-liquid is not a sports drink? It's for vaping! Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid the piece of my mind. I see. Okay, look. I'm gonna pretend you didn't try to trick me into buying you some old Baphomet's cough syrup, and then go inside here to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram. And stop vaping, you'll get popcorn lung. What if I gave you 25? Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from Microwave Popcorn, you know! I no longer trust this child, but the mere notion strikes fear into my heart. I go back inside to complete my purchase with a good cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub! I glance out the window to see Ernest still outside. Looks like he's talking to some other poor sap. I guess I should go outside and save this other guy some grief. Wait a second. That's definitely a cop. Oh boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest is already face down on the hood of the squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy you e-liquid? Do you know this kid? Yeah, we live in the same cul-de-sac. I know his dad. Listen, he's a good kid, and I'm this boy's father. No, that's Robert. Ah, okay. I turn around and see Robert walking up the street and toward the convenience store. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember that you're not required to answer any questions from police officer without a lawyer present. You're this boy's father? Yes, sir. Ernest likes to lash out at me like this ever since the accident. Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye. It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. New metal was still in style. Ernest and I were down on the Floria swampland scavenging for... Sir, I can leave you to take it from here. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week thanks to this transgression. The police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks. I want to say, Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life, just trying to do my good deed for the day. Will you buy me illiquid if I give you 20? Child, I will end you. Hey, Skyen, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure. Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is a thing I think kids do. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Seems like he tortures just about everybody. He even stole your wallet. What? No, he didn't. I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. He stole my wallet. Why are you doing this to yourself? What?
Oh.
Robert punts at my tubs of ice cream. One of them's for Amanda.
There.
I have no qualms with the quantity of ice cream you've purchased. It's a perfectly respectable quantity of ice cream. It's the quality I'm talking about. You work hard, Skyen. You're a good dad. Don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? But these were on sale. If you're gonna treat yourself, go big or go home. Real vanilla bean, real pistachio. You deserve it. This is a good Batman. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his home. That boy's the reason why we don't have prizes in cereal anymore. Catch you around, Skyen. Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. I stole it back. Keep it in your front pocket. It'll use a chain in your back, like in your Scar days. How does he know about that? Smell you later. See you, Robert. I go back inside to my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream and also Amanda.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Indeed. Ice cream is good. Okay. How long have we been going at this point? I should check. Oh, look at that! We're over the 3-hour mark. We have to end the stream here, kiddos. So, yeah, we'll be back on Saturday with more Dream Daddy and me blowing up my voice some more. I hope I can remember the voices I gave them by then. Probably I can. Probably I can. So let's just save and head out to the title. So, we'll be back on Saturday and Sunday with more Dream Daddy, and on Wednesday we'll be continuing Hollow Knight until I finally finish the goddamn Pantheon. It might take a while. But, yeah. For the moment, this is this has been tremendously enjoyable, and I'd like to thank you all very much for tuning in. And let's see, get rid of that one, and hanging out with me. There's a little donation incentive if you want me to draw something of my dad Sona character doing something sappy and romantic with one of the other dads. Then you can donate to that thing. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna have to watch the VOD and wait for Saturday, kiddos. Sometimes we delay our gratification in order to have more pleasure out of it later. And I'm going to post a link to the Discord down in the chat so that if you want to join and vote on future games that I play on stream, then you are welcome to do so. Just give me a second. Discord is slow. Can I draw Naruto fanfic? Oh, no, no, no. Not for $100. That'll be at least $150. But yeah, we'll be back on Saturday and on Sunday, and I suppose I shall see you then. So all of you have a very good evening. I'm going to finish my pizza and then go back to work.